The Royal Australian Navy is a medium to small navy which punches well above its weight and is on many operations around the world. We have probably frontline capability of upward of 30 ships, which is manned by between 12 to 13,000 men and women, some of the finest men and women in this country. In my opinion, it's the most professional navy in the world, and this is where it starts at recruit school. My name's Commander Jim Hillock. I'm the Commanding Officer of the Royal Australian Navy's Recruit School, which is the gateway to the Navy. We take men and women off the street. When they come straight off the bus, they don't know anything. Most of them have never been near a ship before. They come here at varying degrees of experience levels, and we teach them everything they need to know to get on with a specialised career in the Royal Australian Navy. So the Royal Australian Navy Recruit School is not like some boot camp that you might see on a stereotypical movie like Full Metal Jacket. Yes, things can be tough here. Certainly there are challenges, but you're not alone. Everybody helps each other, whether you're an instructor, a recruit, or just one of the staff. You work as a team to achieve the tasks that are set out to you. Those tasks are taught to you by recruit school instructors. Those guys aren't here to get rid of you or to scare you. They're here to teach you how to become the best you can be, working in that team environment, supporting each other and not letting each other down. Because you've got to understand that on a ship, everyone goes to sea. The officers, the cooks, the stewards, the combat system operators, the mechanics, they're all there. And that's why at recruit school, teamwork's so important. Our aim is to see you graduate and join the most professional Navy in the world.
Firstly, welcome to Cerberus, welcome to the Navy. The first day of many more to come, hopefully. It's a very steep learning curve. There's lots of people in the same boat as you. Concentrate as hard as you can and try and pick up as much as you can. The first week is predominantly sorting out all the administration that they need to do, preparing for security packs, preparing for passports, getting all the information that we need about their next of kin and all their personal particulars that we need to record. The first day can be very confusing. We try and ease them as much as possible in that all their instructors and divisional staff at some stage of their career have been in exactly the same situation. We know what it's like and we can try and help them through it as much as possible. We have all their names on a room and allocated to a bunk. We bring them into the block and away they go to try and find their room. So that's done on purpose so they can start utilising their skills of teamwork and communication between themselves.
I'm joining as an ET, electronic technician.
I'm after an adventure and yeah, I ended up here, so chance to serve my country.
It's a tiny, tiny space where I'm supposed to fit my life.
The first week is a bit difficult for some because they have their haircuts, they're away from home.
I'm extremely worried. I want to go home.
You're out of your comfort zone so much.
Everyone's getting along, as far as I know, yeah. Everyone's been pretty friendly.
It is the recruit school ranking division.
It's our standing orders.
We have
Everything we need to know
and do and everything.
Okay, this is our example room, and over here we have what is called a kit, which we will be measured up and issued with. And you have to make your bed like this. You have to do hospital corners.
To tell you the truth, they don't really tell you that much.
They're very vague, but
yeah.
Today's been a little bit of a shock.
I'm really tired.
Yeah, pretty tired.
Day 2 is where the training starts.
My name is Leading Seaman Aspirant. I'm going to be your instructor for the next 11 weeks. It's going to be hard at times. Some of you are going to want to give up. It's a natural thing. Just keep trying.
In the first few days, we don't expect everything to be perfect, but as we give them lessons, we expect things to start getting better and for their standards to start improving as well.
Fingers fully extended, thumbs crossed over, and that's the correct standing properly at ease position. Anyone got any questions regarding that? Squad, ho! In. Squad, dismiss. Round, down, 2, 3, move. Right, we always dismiss to the right. Make way to the cinema, try and sit together as a class.
They have no idea what to expect because they've never been in the situation before. We know that and we try and make it as painless as possible.
We actively manage your career progression. And in parallel to that, what we do is look after you personally. How we better ourselves is going past our comfort zone. You're going to be pushed physically, mentally, We're not doing it to belittle you or to highlight to you your weaknesses or your strengths. It's there to get you as a team member, or one of a team.
On your bag. We're giving out all our first kit out of, I think it's 2 kits we get. It's our first one, so we've got another bag full coming.
Get paid to train and get all these clothes, it's great. I come from Wollongong, New South Wales. I've signed up to the Navy to be a submariner cook. The reason I joined is both my great-grandfather and grandfather were both submariners. And yeah, it was just something I should have done a long time ago, and I've decided later on in life to do it.
All up, they get about $2,500 worth of kit. Everything from head to toe. They're basically, what they've come in with today can be discarded until they finish recruit school.
I wear the jungle boot version of these at home, but that's in Tasmania, it's a lot colder. So
once it's all been signed off and they've marked it, it's theirs for keeps.
When you get up, shower, wash hair for cutting. Females, you may have a number 4 if you choose, or you can wear it up. For the males, number 2.
Haircuts are just part of the overall Navy grooming standards that are based on neatness, cleanliness, safety, military image.
I'm going to be upset.
Are you? Well, we've got
I'm going to be devastated.
tissues there. Cry on camera.
Yeah.
The number 2 is good for recruit school for a number of reasons. For hygiene, for one, it reminds people they're in the military. It makes it easy to wear a cap, which we insist on, and recruits have more important things to do than wash and dry long hair.
I'm just going for the odd trim.
Feels really weird.
There you go, buddy. Next, please.
It's very, very awkward.
Whacked down the hair, switched over, now it's all gone.
There are some scheduled surprises, nighttime surprises. Anything from fire alarms to gas exposure within the building. We need to make sure that they're safe and they know how to get out of the building in an emergency.
Vandergraaf. Fortune.
Yep.
Foster.
Yep.
Walker.
Yep. When you come down here, I don't want to hear yelling and screaming because there's a lot of confusion. And if this is a real emergency, there'll be enough chaos going on without you yelling and screaming down here. So all have a good think about how your performance was because you will be doing it again. Okay? Thank you very much for your time. Hope it's better next time.
This morning we conducted the EMA, which stands for Early Morning Activities. It's physical training which starts at 0455, so 5 to 5 in the morning for you civvies. And they conducted command and control lesson. Command and control is the term that we use to describe the orders we give at PT. So this morning's lesson was all about teaching them what we expect and how to do specific things when we order them to.
Walking, charge. Direction, charge.
Not so much about the physical training as such, it's more about the other things it brings with it, like discipline, about carrying out orders and letting them learn the way a rank structure works.
Head, jogging on the spot, charge. Rightio, let's push out, double arms distance apart then. Push up, position, ready. Too slow and feet up. Position, ready. No dipping the hips, no raising the hips. Head nice, slightly raised, keep the pressure off the spine. Any questions on? Push up. Man over here, nice and loud. Of course, yep.
This is not the same sort of environment that you guys have just left. This is not a normal work environment. This is most definitely not a school environment. My role is to ensure that recruit school functions on a day-to-day basis. And the best way for that to happen is for everybody here to follow our rules and regulations. This is the military and we have expectations. I expect you to show the same sort of maturity that you've shown in signing a contract to be in the Royal Australian Navy. I expect that maturity to translate into your day-to-day actions while you are here at recruit school and when you go out into the fleet. These first couple of weeks are probably the hardest weeks of training. But quite frankly, ladies and gents, if you get through the 2 weeks of learning how to live in this environment, you shouldn't have any trouble being at graduation.
Second week will be a lot more things in the way of drill. They'll start a lot more theory. They'll have their fitness test. They'll also do their swim test.
In the swim test, it's basically designed to teach someone to get off a sinking ship safely. For for instance, okay, they've got a 3 metre step off, which they'll step off the platform. Okay, and we'll go into a 10 metre underwater swim.
Ready, go.
Followed by a 50 metre survival stroke. They've got 4 survival strokes that they can choose from. Okay, it's a side stroke, breaststroke, survival back scull, or the good old doggy paddle. At the end of that task, they go straight into their 15-minute tread water. From there, they're going to go on to do their RAN PFT, which is their RAN physical fitness test. It's got 3 components: an upper body component, an abdominal component, and a cardiovascular component. The recruits are offered, for their upper body component, 2 elements, which is a push-up or a flexed arm hang. And when they go into their abdominal section, they will do a sit-up. For the males, need to do 25 push-ups, okay, and for the females, they need to do 10 push-ups. For the sit-ups, it's both 25 for both male and female. Then we go into our cardiovascular component, and all the recruits offered at recruit school is a 2.4k run. All right, so which is 6 laps of your local athletics track, which the males need to do in under 13 minutes, and the females need to do it in under 15 minutes.
It's over now, don't have to do remedial. Yeah, feels good.
Also in week 2 we have the shakedown.
Alina, ready to fall.
Alina, fall when ready.
Falling. Very good.
People have come from all around the country. They've been placed into a class, so what we want to do is start getting this class to work as a team. Shakedown is pretty physical. They'll be doing this in overalls, they'll be carrying backpacks as well. They start bonding. That's the main thing we try and install here, is team building, team bonding. The Navy basically does not function unless we all work together.
Loving it. We're having good fun out here. Should join it. Hi, send help, please.
Hello. A lot of people would go, oh, why would you want to go join the Navy if they're going to make you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, which they have been. But it's what I chose to do. It's what I want to do. And I want the fun, I want the enjoyment, I want to be mentally and physically challenged that no ordinary job is going to give me.
We're just about to conduct evening rounds. Happens every night. Gets them in the routine for when they're at sea. Basically, they go through half an hour beforehand. They'll clean up all the wet spaces, so their toilets, showers, laundry.
Rounds are a way of checking cleanliness. We like to keep our ships very clean. In fact, we like to keep our ships spotless. If our ships aren't spotless, we run the risk of harbouring illnesses and diseases that can spread really quickly in the small environment that is a ship. So there is a really good practical reason for it.
That doesn't get hung up. Okay, do that after rounds. Yes, sir. Personal shelf is your shelf. All the other shelves are the Navy shelves. You put on those shelves what we tell you, and that's it. Anything else you want to keep in your locker goes on your shelf. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
People say, why is discipline important? And the obvious answer is, without discipline, we can't achieve the Navy mission of fighting and winning at sea. It's as simple as that.
If you leave anything out, it's gone. Your locker, all your uniforms down the hallway, some of them will be in the bathroom, some of them will be out the front, some of them will be in the laundry. They'll just be everywhere and you've got to go find your clothes again. So it's really important you listen to everything that you're told, but yeah, consequences are harsh.
I'm Recruit Thompson.
And I'm Recruit Ellich, and this is the Cerberus Club. This is where we come after we've done all our kit for the night and
relax and have fun.
This is where we pretty much hang out. We'll make phone calls, talk to our family, friends.
Play ping pong.
Play ping pong, pool. We've got a jukebox, which some pretty dated music on it. And over here is the store where you can buy boot polish, drinks, jerky.
This is our ping pong table.
It's a bit worn in.
As you can see.
This is the room that gets used the most, I think. This is where all the internet is. So come here, check your emails, check your MySpace, Facebook, all that kind of stuff.
You're not in your groups anymore. Everyone's together. This is where you can let your hair down and just have a lot of fun.
I hold the record for the most turnaways in the division. We had 99 wallers turned away in one night.
I actually got turned away tonight.
If anyone's playing up or stepping along and got the wrong attire on, we have to send them back to the block.
The ceremonies of colours and sunset are particularly important in the Navy. The ceremony of colours at 8 o'clock every morning is when we all assemble and watch the flag get hoisted. And at the end of the day at sunset, we repeat the process, but we take the flag down. And it's a very public display of loyalty to the Navy, but also to Australia.
My name's Lieutenant Gareth James. I've just posted here from HMAS CERBERUS. I'm a submariner, marine technician. I just come back from a long deployment overseas. This is my new posting as a recruit school instructor, so hopefully here to help people and try and encourage them to join the submarine squadron for a start, help them through their recruit school training. There's a lot of training in the first couple of years that you'll do in your naval career. It doesn't matter whether you're going to be a submariner or you're going to go onto a ship, because once you get out of recruit school, you'll go onto your category training. That's a long road as well. This is just a small part of the timeline that you'll actually be in the Navy. It's only 3 months at recruit school, so it's a small part really. So just stay focused and play the game, and you'll be fine. I got through. If I can get through, anyone can get through. So it's all about having the right attitude.
One day out of their training they go on the high ropes course. It's very good. It takes them right out of their comfort zone, and even if you're not afraid of heights, being up on this high ropes course usually puts the wind up most people.
High ropes is done somewhere in the middle of their training. It's done to build their confidence, teamwork, safety protocols, and generally trying to gel as a group. When they come there, they've all come from different areas of Australia, different backgrounds, and this is a good day for them to bond together, work together as a team, and get through with some people they mightn't necessarily like so much or have had much to do with, but they've got to work together to make sure they all get through safely, no one gets hurt, and generally have a good day.
No one wants to be up on a wire. It's not a natural human thing to do, so overcoming a fear would definitely be the biggest thing for anyone, not just recruits. But at the same time, it's an absolute hoot. Have a blast.
My job here is the belayer, safety, just in case the recruit there falls down. I'm here last resort.
Basically all the activities the kids get put through on the ground, all you're doing is adding some rope with some safety equipment. So there's no reason why the kids can't do it up there.
Keep moving forward, let's go!
All recruits have to do the 8 elements of high ropes. It's not necessarily not falling off or not doing it at a certain speed. It's all about safety and people getting through. So if someone takes 3 hours to do a 15-minute evolution, we're happy with that as long as people are getting through. Safety is first and foremost. Every recruit has to finish it to finish recruit school. And it's not a matter of yelling at people, it's just talking to them on their level, and tell them they can do it and stop thinking they can't and start doing it.
1, 2, 3, jump!
I don't know, conquered my fears. I hate heights. Jumped like 10 metres.
When I got here and got up on the ladder and climbed up, I was scared, but once you took the first step, adrenaline kicks in and you have fun. Your mates are down below holding you up and or giving you, cheering you on as well, so you just keep on going, and yeah, it's good.
One of the hardest things to adjust to for those who have just arrived is for the first 4 weeks there is no leave. They need to be prepared for that. After that, leave is granted on merit.
Got to make all our lockers like perfectly tight. We got like this scoring system.
Our rooms get marked by that, so it's got like deck, lights, everything's got to be wiped over, no dust and everything, so each point that you're going to mark for, and it adds up to get 36, and that's how you get your weekend leave.
There are certain standards that must be maintained. If they're not maintained, then that leave may be limited. It may be limited by 1 day, it may be limited to 2 days, it may be cut altogether, so there won't be any weekend leave.
One room decided they were going to have a shaving cream fight, so it got taken off everybody.
Ruined everyone's weekend leave. So I mean, if one stuffs up, the whole division stuffs up. You know what I mean? So like I said, it's all teamwork.
The first weekend leave usually is a big event because there's been a build-up of 4 weeks. You just want to get away, and we totally understand that. Go and get away, and quite often you form some very solid friendships in that first 4 weeks as well. So go and enjoy each other's company. Whatever it is that you want to do for those few days, go and do it. Just do it within reason and don't make us embarrassed.
First step to the RN safety jump in silence. What is it?
Between week 4 and week 8, the recruits will come down here to do survival at sea training. Survival at sea in a nutshell is we instruct personnel on how to survive in a marine environment basically in case they have to abandon their ship, and they need to know how to survive in the water and also in the life raft. The training goes for 2 days. The first day is theory, and then on the day 2 it's all the practical phase, learning how to work together as a team inside a life raft. You're in there for a couple of hours.
I had no idea what time it was when we got here.
How much water did you make out there?
About 20 mil.
Very good. Okay, grab this lifting strap. Okay, tell him to put his hands behind the legs. Beautiful. Turn around and help the next person.
You go to the toilet before you go out there.
A couple of the boys went. One of them inside accidentally.
Then you do the water phase, which is when you get into the positions that we teach you on day 1 and also how to get into a life raft.
Get in the front paddle, hurry up! Take the front paddle!
Most recruits struggle with climbing into the life raft, but they do enjoy the wet phase and also the time out that they get in the life raft because it's just them in the life raft. Most recruits do end up working better after a couple of hours in the life raft than what they did beforehand.
The role we're doing at the moment is sea familiarisation. So we run week-long trips out of Cerberus, out into Bass Strait and down into the Bass Strait Islands, and teach them seamanship, navigation, watch keeping, and generally introduce them to a life at sea.
Just storing ship, all the meat and all the dry stores.
They stand watches at night, they go through all the business of being at sea, interacting with people in a close quarter environment. The trainee engineers, the MTs, can go down and we can work with them in the engine room so they can see what a marine engine actually looks like.
Here we are on Seahorse Spirit, and we've got all our bags on, food's on board, and we're ready to go. No seasickness, but we actually haven't left port yet. So we're well yet.
The recruits are in the middle of their training at the moment, around week 6 of the 11 weeks of their training, and it's when they get to experience their sea phase.
That'll be a big difference to recruit school, much better I think. Once you get out of those 4 walls, you've got a big smile on your face.
This is their first experience at sea, so they'll get to experience the good, which is getting to go to the ship, steering the ship from the helm. And
really good food, really good mates, living in close confines, and a few bad things as well, like seasickness for some of them.
It gives you a bit of feel of what you're actually going to do when you leave, because recruit school it's really bombarding with information and rules and routine, and you really want to know what that's working towards. And when you come out here, you sort of see, oh yeah, okay, it's going to get better, and it's all for a reason. You don't just clean everything every day for something to do. It's actually, you have to do it to make the ship run properly.
We're going to run an fire exercise for the recruits, and we're going to ask them if they can smell smoke and see how long it takes them to raise the alarm up to the bridge, make the pipe, and then get to the scene to try and put it out.
We've got to figure out where everything is, so we've been like walking around finding
We're just finding out what duties we're doing today, just getting to learn about the ship, just getting used to life at sea, learning about fire drillers, everything about the ship.
Smoke! 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 You going to do anything? You're going to sit there. Smoke! 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 Smoke!
Within the Navy, our fleet standard time is 6 minutes for the whole ship to be falling into emergency stations. So something as simple as a fire, we expect them that they should be able to do it within a couple of minutes.
At the moment, we're just doing body checks to make sure everyone's secure, so we don't get hurt or anything.
Once you start to, get your feelers out there, know what you've got to do, know your routine, and get to know everybody, it's much easier.
This is the bridge on Seahorse Spirit. What we're going to do now is just talk you through some of the equipment that we're going to be using up here during the week that you're at sea. Okay. On the port hand side here we've got the radar. This is showing us various features around and about, and also other vessels. These are the line of beacons here that we can see going up into Hahn Inlet. Okay. Next, over here we've got the depth sounder showing us how much water we've got beneath the keel. The Navy are finding it very useful to be able to make sure that people really understand what they're letting themselves into before they go too far in their training. And the kids come out and they have an absolutely fantastic time and they learn heaps. And that's the main thing. They're really good.
By the end of the week, they're a much stronger team. They enjoy each other's company, they enjoy the week, and they learn to feed off each other's strengths rather than pick on their weaknesses. So it's a good week for that.
At the end of the day, you just have this overwhelming feeling of like pride in yourself that you can do that, and where you're actually going and you're going to be out there, you know, defending your country one day, and it's just a great feeling knowing that you can do that sort of thing.
Recruits will work with rifles for a fair amount of their time at recruit school. Initially, recruits will be instructed in theory with the Ausdauer rifle. We do a lot in the classroom before we actually expose the recruits to a weapon, and certainly before we take them out in the range. And it's important at recruit school that we establish the ground rules and the safety rules that underlie everything we do with weapons.
They'll learn how to prove the weapon, strip the weapon, clean it. They do their firings as well at the rifle range.
We'll be aiming at the yellow and black target at 100 metres. Load, check safety and insert the magazine.
At the rifle range, they'll actually fire at a target. Everything will be recorded on what they achieve. In order to pass the sky, they actually have to fire at a target and get a maximum of 200mm spread. They will be firing at different positions and also at different ranges. They'll learn all the aspects of the F88 Steyr so they can strip it down to nothing and put it back together. They absolutely love it.
For us, it is Ship School of Safety and Survivability. Damage control, basically, it's to deal with fire, flood and gassing we cover up here. We have them for 5 days. We have Monday morning, finish with them Friday afternoon. We'll do some theory on flooding, so in the classroom, once again, we'll go over the organisation, then we'll go through what types of flooding. Once we've covered the theory up there, we'll bring them down into the unit.
As soon as they say damage done, you know, all of us, the patrol teams, it's our job to go find the damage, find the casualties, report what's going on. They simulate, you know, damage as if we were at wartime. You know, our ship got blown up and we have to get our place together and get things done.
On the day of their practice, I'll do 3 wet runs on that day. The first one, we just have all the drains open, the water's coming in, but not real deep. The second run, once that's all done, we'll close a couple of valves and we'll just build the water level up. We generally get it up to sort of waist height, sort of just uncomfortable state. So we still let them get the shoring up, get everything working so that they've got the confidence to do it.
Juliet, after no further damage, the buckle door is 50% complete. 50% complete. Yeah. Water depth? 1.2. 1.2. Right. CCC phone.
And then on the third run, we put them under a bit more pressure. We'll bring the water level up till it's really uncomfortable. When you talk to them after they're finished here, they seem to say they enjoyed it. When they're actually here doing it, they don't seem as excited, but once it's over and they're done it, they're a bit more relaxed about it, yeah.
I can guarantee when you go to sea, you will have a toxic hazard exercise and a firefighting exercise every day. Guaranteed.
Firefighting was easier compared to this, but it was a lot more intense because you just had fire throwing all over you.
You've got the whole firefighting suit on. You actually go down into a room with fire at you, go through all the procedures of the water hoses. They're really heavy to hold. And yeah, be firefighters for a day.
Yeah. No, but it was fun. Really.
Yeah, if you do everything that you've been taught,
yeah,
it's good to know you got out of it and you did it.
Yeah.
With drill, they learn basically stepping all together at the same pace, moving around as a squad, all together as a unit. They learn doubling. Doubling is, instead of doing a marching pace, we actually take a 1 metre pace, so it's actually like a bit of a jog, but keeping together as a squad.
Guard, ho! Stand right, dismiss!
The food and the presentation of the food is outstanding, and it's usually a big surprise to the recruits when they get here. They're always fully catered for as much as they like of any type of food that they like. There is always numerous choices.
We've had bacon and eggs and scrambled eggs for breakfast. Last night dinner was like roast beef, and they're really, really nice.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I'm liking it at the moment.
culinary staff and the catering staff do an excellent job, and the recruits appreciate it. They need it because they have such long days and strenuous days. We need to keep their energy high, which means good food, plenty of it.
It's beautiful. It's lovely. Lovely, lovely.
Yes, it's great. Brilliant. The place is good.
Can't get enough of it. It's really good. It's better than I expected.
By the time they march from recruit school to the dining hall, they usually have about 25 to 30 minutes to sit down and have their meal.
And like eating a lot faster. Yeah. Like, as soon as our time limit, we have to get up and go.
It seems short sometimes, but it's as much as they possibly need. Given that we've got 11 weeks to teach them how to be a sailor, we need to keep things on track.
Are you ready? Yes,
leader! Once they've completed their outside instruction, come up to week 10, they'll have their URE, the Unit Readiness Evaluation, where they've put together all the skills that they have learnt in those entire 10 weeks. Things like teamwork, listening, even things like weapon handling.
One, two. Making it still come.
First rotation for this group of the URE is our endurance circuit here. Okay, it's designed to consolidate the basic lift and carry skills taught during the shakedown period.
It is an endurance circuit. It's about your cardiovascular fitness.
I didn't think I'd enjoy the fitness so much, but I actually do enjoy the fitness. It really is, you know, a really good experience. I mean, recruit school in general is pretty good. You look back and you think, yeah, you really do enjoy it. That's what you make of it.
Each class from that division will do a series of team building exercises. Some are there to challenge their mental capability, some are there to challenge their physical capability.
We try and encourage a healthy rivalry where we'd like each class to think that they are the best class of the division. That is healthy for competition and to strive to push themselves for excellence.
They'll do things like the cannon relay, for example. What they have to do is get a number of items, take them across a sand pit. They'll have to build that cannon, fire, for example, well, it's not really firing, it's throwing a medicine ball. Where that medicine ball lands, they will then have to disassemble the cannon, move each component, reassemble it until they reach a witch's hat, where they have to throw the medicine ball at the witch's hat until they knock over that witch's hat. Once they do that, that class is deemed to be the winner.
Yes! Yeah!
It can be fun and games, especially the mud run at the end. That's the side that the recruits really enjoy, is having that mud run.
Oh, yummy.
It's just the fastest time from point A to point B and back again through a bit of a swampy area.
Join the Navy, dudes. Charging on. You gotta do it for the team. This is nearly as dirty as one of my jokes.
Doesn't smell too good, but the recruits and the instructors, they just love it.
It's pretty sticky down there. It's tidal waters, so a lot of silt settles once the tide rolls out. It's low tide at the moment, so it's fairly hard going.
Everyone works as a team, so everyone goes together. Basically, you're only as fast as your slowest person. There's a lot of encouragement, yes. And again, that's what we encourage, team building.
Plenty of shoes lost. I lost one myself.
Look at this. This is good fun. Check this out. Yeah.
We're in the Navy now.
Yeah.
Again, people.
After the URE comes week 11. All that is ceremonial parade training, getting ready for their graduation on the Friday. It's 4 days of continuous training for that one day.
They seem to put in the extraordinary effort to make themselves absolutely perfect for the evening or the day, graduation, whichever the case may be. That week, when I go through the training, I sort of revisit the memories of when they first came to me. It's a great sensation to see these people turn out the way they do. The most professionally pleasing aspect of all the training is the graduation. That's when it comes together. We all march down as one from up by the Sporron Club, and we sort of face up to our superiors, our dependents, our wives and girlfriends, extended families, friends. You can see it the way they march. Their shoulders are back, everything is perfect. They seem 3 to 4 inches taller. You can see the pride in their eyes, their bearing, the way they've turned themselves out.
the change in that person, whether male, female, yeah, they seem to have grown. Once the recruits are dismissed for the very last time and the parents are invited out to go and see their loved ones there, they just can't believe the change.
I thoroughly enjoy the comments from the parents, especially when they come up to me and thank me for changing their kids into young adults or into professionals. So that really makes it all worthwhile. I have a strong belief that what we do here does properly prepare these people to go forth to the category schools for further training and for sea service.
My name's Recruit Jack Canada, and I come from Taree, New South Wales, and the best of the course I'd say was 4 S's, and it's 5 at sea. It was a good time.
My name's Matthew Stark, I'm from Bateman's Bay, New South Wales, and the best part of the course is pretty much everything. The worst part, nothing.
Recruit Gazna. The best part was probably style, the worst part was probably 4 S's.
I'm Recruit Gage, I'm from Hastings, Victoria. The best thing at Recruit School was the sports activities and the shooting the rifles. The worst thing at Recruit School was the early mornings.
My name's Stevie Sheehan and I'm from Darwin. The best part would be standing here right now. The worst part is probably nearly everything of it.
My name's Emma McCallan, I'm from Busselton, WA. The best part of the course would definitely be right now in 4 S's and style training. That was awesome as well. Worst part would probably be getting drilled every day, but apart from that it was awesome.
It's Peter Canes from Mount Eliza, so just over 30 minutes away here on the Mornings Peninsula. Best part was just to get to know a whole pile of people around here, make new friends, get to do a few different challenging things and exciting things, and yeah, that's about it really.
Recruit School is just the beginning of a sailor's career. It just provides the foundation. After graduation from Recruit School, it's off to category school for specialist training. On completion of their category training, they head out and join the thousands of other men and women in the Royal Australian Navy in a variety of different places throughout the world and really embark upon the adventure that is a Navy career.